Hi, my name is AnirudhMittal and I'm a third year chemical undergraduate. I'm presently the Institute Electronics and Robotics Secretary and I'm contesting for the post of General Secretary Technical Affairs. I envision to have a tech culture where students of IIT Bombay get excited and start working on problems they observe in the campus and even outside the campus, and where they have easy access to opportunities, resources and mentorships. In my freshman year, I have participated in almost all the technical activities, which motivated me to take the position of convener of Electronics and Robotics Club, and then an institute secretary. I was also able to secure a bronze medal in this year's Inter-IIT meet. Leveraging these experiences and the inputs I got from my groundwork, I propose to take initiatives that will bring about change in the tech culture and solve relevant issues. I plan to get more features added to the Insti app and envision more projects getting deployed that can be used by the student community that will change the way students of IIT Bombay live in their daily lives. Right, so that does not mean that they won't have access to the machines. So the problem right now we face from the administration side is that people who do not know how to use these machines often end up getting the machine damaged, and we spend a lot of time and money to get them repaired. So what we are trying to do is we are having a biometric system attached to the machines. So and the access to that machine the access to the biometric will only be given to the technician who is available all the time. So if you want to use the machine, you can always go to the technician. And what we are trying to do is club the incentive of doing the training machine by getting you the access to that along with the technician. So the technician and the people who complete the training sessions will get access to all the machines. So if you're a frequent user, you have an incentive to complete the training session and get access to that machine. Right, so the thing with that is the purpose of this whole exercise is to have data about what kind of people are using the Tinkerers Lab and what time, which year, which branch, which is very important to show the alumni the usage of the Tinkerers Lab, which again helps in getting the funding, which is how the TL is operating right now. The way I plan to execute is that I do not need the data of everyone in the institute. I need to have data of people who use it. And it is never the situation that hundreds of people walk in together in the Tinkerers Lab. Whenever the people walking, we always have the technician who will help them get registered, which is a 15-second task. So it should not be a problem getting people registered who are entering the TL for the first time. So if you can see, there are two parts to that. First is the barcode part and the second is the RFID part. The barcode part is used for the inventory. So basically if you're issuing something and if it is barcode, should not be a problem putting on things. Even if we cannot put it on the equipment, we can put up a tag with the barcode on it and you can just go and just scan it to get it updated on the inventory. The RFID part is clubbed with the lending system part and with the machines that are big and usually expensive. So RFID comes for that, which is something like what happens in the library. The barcode is the one that we'll usually use for issuing of equipments. So the problem with the ID card system is if you're issuing something for 2 days, you have to keep your ID card for 2 days, which means you cannot mark your attendance for 2 days, you cannot go outside the campus for 2 days and a bunch of other stuff. So that is something we need to get rid of as soon as possible. So the system I'm proposing instead of that is to have, so basically you just show your ID card, you show your roll number, we'll confirm that and we'll register that. So something like library, you will get an update, online updation of which instrument is taken by whom and what is the date that instrument was issued and what is the expected date. If someone hasn't returned something before that date, we have multiple options we can do about it depending on the administration, starting with, because we have an entry system, we can restrict the lab access for a month or depending on the conditions according to the subjective to the approval of the faculty advisor of the Tinkerers laboratory. Okay, right. So so what usually happens is during my groundwork with PG students, what I figured was PG students are usually, so the thing you're saying that they know about their labs, they usually know about their labs only. They do not really know about what other kinds of labs exist, and especially labs that do not fall under their curriculum. And there are a lot of students who are very enthusiastic about interdisciplinary work. So there are some kind of labs that do not even come under curriculum but just exist, and they're doing amazing work. So if you can introduce them to these labs, I feel it would be very good to get them the exposure of different kind of activities going on in this campus. Okay, so regarding that point, right now in the documentation GC, we also have the tech rooms part. I mean, you get points for getting inventory updated, you get points for the entry system. So basically 2 points already exist in the documentation GC. What I'm trying to change is having an evaluation system. So the point you said about the tech rooms, that system exists right now. I'm just changing the structure of that thing. So hostels who do not have a tech room right now even face the same difficulty right now. But the thing with that is, if we have something like that, and the purpose of the documentation GC was to incentivize things like that. If a hostel does not have a tech room, we are incentivizing you to have a tech room, and other things like issuing system, cleanliness, or entry system, things like that. We are incentivizing you to have that and get points in the documentation GC. Okay, so I'll just answer the second part first. I did discuss with the ISMP coordinators, and they said they do not have any conditions provided that the culturals and sports already have similar structures according to their own council structure. And about the first part, we do not have senior mentors for flagship events. We have team kind of mentors, but what I'm looking for is a long-term thing in which there's a designated mentor for every floor, or let's say every floor, and that guy meets the mentees after, let's say, once a month, or let's say once in every 2 months, and he discusses what kind of events they have participated in, if they have faced any problems. And the broader thing is that they will always have a POC to discuss anything. Right now, a lot of freshmen, what they told me during the groundwork was that they do not feel comfortable, or they do not know who to contact about a particular thing related to tech. So I feel this problem might be solved if we work on this area. Thank you so much for staying till the end. I'd be very happy to discuss these points in detail with you when I meet you for the campaigning. In closing, I'd like to say that I have a vision for tech at IIT Bombay, and as a General Secretary, I will have access to resources and people who will help me implement it. Your support and feedback can help make people realize how valuable tech is, and help it get the necessary recognition and acknowledgement that it lacks right now, and help people realize why IIT Bombay is the best technical institute in the country. Thank you.